Hello, I'm David Thomas with Shelbyville Now, and I'm with Winky Groover today from Winky Groover Stables. He's a local horse trainer here in Shelbyville, and we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today. I'll just first start out by asking you how you got in the walking horse business and how long you've been in it, and just tell us a little bit about your operation here.
I am a second-generation horse trainer who was born into the horse business. They told me I started riding when I was 2, started showing when I was 5. I'm now 57, so you can do the math as to how long I've been doing this. I started training professionally in 1975, and I've been doing it ever since. Have not regretted 1 minute of it. I love the horse, I love the people, love Middle Tennessee. It's, just a great way to make a living. I am at Saddlecrest Farms here in Shelbyville behind the airport on Airport Road. We there's 90 stalls here altogether. I actually use 50 in my operation. We've got a 80 by 175 foot riding arena. We've got a covered round pen out here. We work all disciplines of horses, from starting colts to working pleasure horses to developing show horses. Primarily what we do is get horses ready for the show ring.
Okay, so this time of the year, you're not in show season, so what's going on around here this time of the year, here in late December?
Well, we're trying to develop new talent for next year. We're also, one of the biggest things I'm doing right now is 3 coming 4-year-olds have to canter next year. We've also got a couple of 4 coming 5s that were not taught last year, and I've been teaching those.
So basically, you're just getting things ready for the show season coming up.
Right.
When do you start out this year?
The shows will start middle of March. We also have I've got about 15 of my show horses that are down. By down, we've pulled them off the pads. We turn them out on pretty days and let them be horses. Those horses will go back to work 1st of February to get ready for this coming show season.
Okay. Speaking of this coming show season, I know there's a lot of question marks in people's mind, and probably a lot of people around Shelbyville don't realize what's going on right now, but there is a law or a bill before Congress, and there's talk about in the law about pulling the packages, the pads, and the action devices off the horse, and there's just a lot of turmoil right now. What do you see happening this coming show season?
Well, I think as the federal government, we know, works kind of slow, I see this show season going forward as it has in the past. I think the proposed law is something to be concerned with. I think there's been some misinformation with that law, that if you're for the law, you're for not sewing horses, and if you're against the law, you're for sewing. And
right,
that's
gotcha.
Not,
yeah.
And that's not the case.
It's like they've drawn a line there, but there's a lot of crossing over taking place.
Yeah,
to go either way.
The industry is not for sewing horses in any way. We're for the humane treatment of the animal. We love the animal. Our owners love the animal. Trainers love the animal. We're not for that at all. But the law will change the horse business as we, the trainers, the owners, Shelbyville knows it, in that they want to take the pads and the action device away from the horse, saying that's what soars the horse. That does not soar the horse. Unscrupulous people is what soar the horse.
Unscrupulous people, that's absolutely right.
And, so that's the part of the law that we're opposed to, is the taking the pad and action device off, because in fact the action device in a study at Auburn was shown to not sow a horse in any way. They wear it wear a 6-ounce action device 24 hours a day and not be sore.
Right. That was done back in 1982. I'll try to pull that up off the internet and post that on Shelbyville Now for people to read that care to look at that. But it is scientific proof that the action device and the pads do not sort a horse. So it gets right back to what you're saying. It's the people that do it.
Right.
And this law has twisted it to make people think that the pad and the chain or the action device is doing the soring, which it's not. Well, regardless of what happens this show season, we wish you the best of luck, and I know you'll do well. We've got a talented animal, and it will continue on. And we just appreciate you taking the time to stop and talk about this. And in closing, I'll ask you one question. If I were to have a child that wanted to learn how to ride, what would I need to do? Would I just come to somebody like you and say, I want to teach my child to ride? What would I do in that case?
Yes, there are people around that teach riding lessons. I'd be more than happy to let anybody ride one to start with, just to see if they're interested and to feel the ride and glide of a Tennessee walking horse.
All right. Thank you, Winky. I'm glad you took the time to talk to us today, and I just want to invite anybody to come out to Saddlecrest, and Winky has an open door policy, and he welcomes all visitors. Be looking for in days ahead for updates as things progress. Thank you.